cycles from a desert base. Truth don't hide, it just waits for a face, for a face. Big footprints in a pine slick path. Bob Lazar files with a government laugh. Court dates lost in a sea of red tape. We ain't 10-4, we just stay awake. True crime tales in a borrowed voice. We speak for the silence, not by choice. Got boots on the dirt and eyes on the skies, digging up stories they hoped would die. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Military broadcast, midnight run, teaching vets how to speak what the war's done. From trigger pulls to microphone stands, from combat zones to healing hands. Public records, missing names, unsealed files, classified games. We chase what's buried, not what trends, and we pray for light at the truth's deep end. Might, truth, and thunder, we don't back down. With a Bible in the glove box and boots on the ground. Aliens, lies, and backroom deals. We break that silence, 'cause the soul feels real. Some chase fame, we chase the facts. Some fold quick, we read the tracks. It ain't paranoia if it's always been there, and we ain't scared to lay it bare. Into the storm. We ain't perfect, but we were made for this form.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Into the Weeds podcast. I'm Amber.
And I'm Alora. And then we have Millennial as well, who is basically our honorary third member at this point.
Right? Hey, y'all. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We are going over Gypsy's emails, but I actually just had an experience that I kind of have to get off my chest and talk about just a little bit. Because it's really affecting me emotionally, and I kind of want to share it. And Millennial and Alora and I were talking a little bit about it. I don't think we're going to go very far into it.
It's something she's cool with you sharing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry, just making sure.
Okay, so Rebecca Michelot and I had a conversation this morning. And if you guys don't know who Rebecca Michelot is, she is the grandmother of Corey Michelot. And he is a little boy that was beaten to death by his father. And a lot of people call it the treadmill case. And so I had a really heavy discussion this morning already. And I'm a little shaken up by it.
She's laughing out of nervousness, not out of not seriousness.
Oh yeah. I laugh about stuff when I'm nervous.
Tragic.
And like I'm totally actually kind of shaking a little bit. So Rebecca shared with me that her grandson was sitting in her bed, Corey, and they had all known that he had been being abused at that time. And they were watching TV and eating snacks, and he asked her, Grandma, why doesn't God help me? And she said something to the effect of, well, he has people that he's helping right now, or something to that. And we'll get into it on our show on Saturday. But she asked me, what would you say to that? And honestly, I was like, wow, I genuinely don't know what I would say to that. I'd have to think about it. And of course, I have the ability to think about it for several days. And she didn't have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a hard one.
Yeah. And so on top of that, I'm teaching Vacation Bible School tonight. And the whole theme of it is when we need hope, we can trust Jesus. Oh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the only thing I have to add to that is not having answers to that is why I'm not a Christian.
yeah. And I completely understand that. And one of the reasons why I am a Christian is because I've had so many tragic and crazy things happen to me that that's the one constant that I've had in my life that really shows up for me. And I could sit here all day and, tell you the benefits and the things that I've seen, but he always comes through, when we need money or when something is going wrong, if we look for it, he's there. But unfortunately, bad things happen and I don't know why. And so
I'm
yeah.
glad that you've had that experience.
Yeah. And my experience is not everybody else's experience because I've seen the good of Christianity. I've seen the bad of Christianity, so I'm not blind. I'm not in a bubble. I operate on logic. And so, yeah, it's just interesting to now have to sit back and think about that all day and then also teach this message to children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm inclined to believe in a higher power of some sort. Maybe not everyone in the chat knows, but I don't particularly identify as a Christian despite what my parents do. And it's not because I've had such a horrible experience, with them or anything. But Millennial and I were chatting a little bit before this, and we kind of were both on the same page of not only this, not only that can make it a little hard to be a Christian, but also like not all of them, obviously. My parents don't do this, but a lot of people do try to kind of excuse things through Christianity or say, oh, this person's a Christian, so we just have to forgive them, or act like it just kind of erases everything else they've done.
Yeah. People accept abuse upon themselves sometimes in the name of forgiveness.
Yes, which obviously we know that not all Christians are like that. My parents are not like that. I'm sure most of the people in the chat probably are not like that identify as a Christian. It's really hard to see, which I guess kind of gets me into a different thing. I guess I kind of need to, I don't know if I need to apologize or more so just kind of clarify. I got a lot of heat this week, and I can't say some of it isn't for some good reason. Sometimes, at least in my mind, my thoughts are in the right place, but maybe the way I say things isn't appropriate.
Yeah.
Especially on your show, which isn't my show, it's your show. So I need to abide by that. But some people got kind of upset with me over some of the things I said about Hulk Hogan. And, I still stand on my opinion. However, I don't need to be an asshole about it. I have come to the conclusion that I don't think that you can really consume any kind of media ethically because you never know what kind of person somebody is. And after doing more research into even people that, I like, some of them have done some really not great things as well. So I'm not trying to be an asshole. Maybe I should have kept the rest in piss comment to myself. That being said, I stand on business that I don't like racists. So I don't really know what to say about it other than I'm going to try to be a little less abrasive because I'm abrasive in a lot more ways than just what I said about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. And you didn't need to apologize. It's just, I just, when I talked to you about it, I was like, look, come on now.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sorry about criticizing him. I'm not.
No, and I'm fine with you criticizing him.
That being said, like I have been abrasive in other ways. And I guess seeing people's comments about that kind of reminded me how aggressive I can be sometimes. And a lot of people feel like I was kind of interrupting you, which I'm like, you know what? I can be a chronic interrupter. It's not of me trying to be a rude person, but That being said, some of the people that were criticizing me for being rude to him were being hella rude to me. So then I look old and that I look bad. I was like,
Don't read
damn.
the comments.
I was like, damn, okay.
I'm
Whatever.
bad about interrupting too, and it's because in my family, like that's just how we talked. It was normal. Like we interrupt each other in a flow, and nobody gets offended. And it's took me a long time as an adult out of my parents' home to become even aware that that's really a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also sometimes if I don't say something immediately, I forget.
Me
So
too.
I'll just kind of blah, so I don't lose it. And that is a problem. Again, not apologizing for what I said, maybe just how I said it. I can be abrasive in a lot of ways, but that's just who I am as a person. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch.
Oh yeah. I saw a comment where somebody said somebody had fillers on here, and I was like,
Do you think they were saying that we had fillers or that our
filters.
episodes are filler? Well, we don't have filters, and I definitely don't have fillers. You get Botox in your head for like migraines, but that's about it. So if you guys think that my lips are so nice that I have fillers, then thank you. But
I wanted to get lip fillers for my top lip. I overline them to make them look fuller, but I feel like the needle will probably just make me black out. I can't do needles to the face. That's why I got a fake nose ring.
the thing about fillers is that it migrates.
What's that noise?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, it's probably the background. There's some trucks going by.
Oh,
Okay, no worries. We just
It's
thought
really loud by my window.
But the thing about filler is it migrates, it never goes away. And so like you'll have to keep getting it because it just kind of goes like up. But yeah, so I personally wouldn't, well, I don't feel like I need them, but if I did, I probably wouldn't get them just because, yeah, they just kind of make you look a certain type of way.
Read the emails. Come on, guys. We're having a conversation.
Hey, this is art stuff people can look at and you guys can read them too.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that if you don't know, this podcast exists only for my cognitive therapy. So military broadcast radio exists to get veterans' voices out of their head. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, no, people get mad that we talk too much or whatever. Somebody else is covering it. Also, Emmy, facts. Yeah, that's another thing. Like sometimes you can just like the idea of what someone represented at a point of time, and I'm not gonna knock you for that. But yeah, no. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. If I did just now,
No, you're good.
But yeah, so she has like cognitive issues, and she's trying to get through it. If you guys don't like the way that we present things, that's totally cool. But there's lots of other people that are also presenting the emails, and the emails are in the Google Doc, so you can read them yourself.
Unfiltered with Lindsay is doing a great job. She's going through the whole thing.
There you go. So there's lots of different places you can get this content. If you don't like it from us,
no, it's all right.
That's fine.
It's fine. It doesn't
I'm not
matter.
saying that to shoo people away or anything. I'm just saying.
I did want to address the fact that Millennial and I hung out last weekend.
Yes, how
Or
was
this
it?
weekend.
Such a blast. So much fun.
Yes, I had a great time. She showed me around her beautiful home and her town that was destroyed by the tornado. Which
art gallery?
Yeah, the art gallery. The art gallery is beautiful, by the way. I bought 2 paintings. So I bought one that Millennial did, and I bought one that a Native woman did. And I'm excited to see both of them come to my door.
Yeah, Amber got to meet a lot of my local artist friends and local Native friends and experience my cicadas and Coolio and Biggie swimming around while we got bit by skeeters.
I love that. That's Biggie.
Yeah. Okay. So Millennial, would you like to get into the emails first, since I'm a little shaken up from earlier?
Yeah. So I saw a interesting email I asked Amber about before, where Gypsy said that she was talking to a lady and said that, by the way, since you're on my visiting list, you can't put money on anyone else's books.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I confirmed with you that that's not correct.
Yes, that is not correct. I can go visit my cousin and put money on her books or anybody else's books that I want to. I just have to have their DOC number and add them on Securus. And then when I do that, I can start emailing them. They can deny, I think, access to it or whatever. But, I don't think many of them do. And yeah, I could send anybody that I wanted money.
Yeah, so it seems like maybe Gypsy was trying to protect a pay pig there.
Yeah.
I don't know if this lady was a pay pig, and I haven't been able to find if the lady definitely sent her money, but she was telling her, you can't send money to anyone else because you're on my visiting list or I will get in trouble. And I did a video of that right before I was working on editing it before we came on, and it was uploading to YouTube. It may be up now, but yeah, I found that interesting. It's another money thing where she was trying to control where someone can send money.
Yeah. It's so funny too, because they pass around, guys, and I assume women as well, their names, their addresses, their phone numbers, their emails. So, and they can get big money for selling those lists.
Yeah.
So I wonder how much Gypsy got for hers.
Yeah, I'm sure that someone got passed on her $50 a week.
Yeah, most definitely. She's not going to.
The weird girl says it's up as of 4 minutes ago. Awesome.
What's up as of 4 minutes ago?
The video I was just saying was uploading.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's a whole business in there selling contacts and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I would be interested to see how many names she passed on and how many she kept for herself.
Right. So did you have a particular part of the email you wanted to go to? I had looked up a bunch of places where Gypsy talked about her write-ups for different things at different times.
Yeah, no, you're good to do that. I'm looking at my notes here. I got to find them again.
also a side note, I'm on break at work, so I might have to dip out in like 30 minutes, but just in case I disappear so everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, and sorry if I sound a little wonky. I'm really shaken up from that conversation. So I'm a little discombobulated.
And did you say that we're having Rebecca Michello on the show over the weekend?
Yes, on Saturday she's going to be on the show.
Oh, I feel so bad because I'm going to be out of town this Saturday.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I was going to tell you about it later.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, darn.
That's all right. Okay, did you want to read some of that, Millennial? I'm looking for my notes.
Let me go to that screen real quick. Just a second.
Laura, why don't you talk while I'm looking for my notes?
Sorry, my bad. I'm just over here thinking. I don't really have.
It's all good. I've got one here.
Okay, good.
Okay, so this one, she's just talking about write-ups. It says, it's March 12th, 2020. Dear Smitten, it's a late night and wrapped up in my blankets reading a book. Don't start the Delinium series yet. Found another book series I've been wanting to read for a while, but the first book was on reserve. So went ahead and checked out the one in Hush Hush Saga. It's kind of like Twilight, but instead of vamps, it's fallen angels, half human, half angel. And once I've read these, I'll read Delinium, as it is my own personal book and I have lots of time to read it. Keeping close eye on news coverage of the coronavirus. She kind of just goes on about Corona for a bit, and then she says, my friend left here yesterday, called her, and she's overwhelmed by everything. Told her to just take 10 minutes to herself to breathe and process being on the outside. I know I will need like an hour or so to just soak it all in and cry and have that sense of relief that it's finally over. No more CEOs threatening me with write-ups. No one telling me I can't embrace or have physical interaction with another person, and no more stupid rules. And moreover, no more walls, just complete openness. So that one came up because I was searching for write-ups, even though it wasn't specifically about her getting a write-up.
Mm-hmm.
But then 2 months later, May 19th, 2020, she says, outbound, just love those. I am very quirky and dance to the beat of my own drum. I am very selective of my friends. My circle is super small. I have 3 best girlfriends, all of whom met in here. Oops, there's a cutoff part. Just a moment. All of whom met in here. Blank is the one who gets crazy. She robbed a sex shop, stealing a glow-in-the-dark dildo. LOL, we are the outcasts of life. There is I who is the one who has been my level-headed balancer. She was here for drugs, but after release, she got out and changed her life for the better and is now happily married. She is pregnant with her 2nd child since being released, the godmother to her 2-year-old daughter. And finally, the sweet, innocent, and just so tender-hearted for this cold world, she is probably the most sensitive of all 3. She just got out about 2 months ago and is starting her life over, sober from drugs. June 26 will make 5 years. I've been locked up with a total of 4 years in prison, 3.5 more to go. Next year in December, I will have my first parole hearing, and then we'll learn my actual release date. The absolute earliest I can be paroled is 12/28/23. I've had decent behavior in here. I've gotten a few write-ups here and there for little things, but nothing bad enough to go into segregation. I've even lived in an honor dorm before, which is a privileged wing for inmates with good behavior. Some can't wait for the facility to set up video visiting through Securus service. Securus is our phone service, and JPay is our email and financial service. They already installed the kiosk for video visiting, but haven't yet implemented the service yet. When they do, I'd love it if we could video chat. So I thought it was funny there. She said that she's been in trouble a few times, but nothing bad enough to go to segregation. But yet we know that she went to the hole a few times, and she's complained since she got out about getting sent to the hole.
Yeah. So I wonder why she was fudging on that. It seems like she just lies all the time about inconsequential stuff as well.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Also with with the glow in the dark member thing, that feels like it has to be either a lie or very little of what actually happened, because I can't imagine you're put in like prison over just stealing a glow in the dark toy.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she had a gun and did it violently.
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know if that's the case, but that was my assumption of why that could be a reason that she would be in prison.
Could you imagine where your life would have to be to get to that point?
Right?
Not that expensive. I mean, damn.
Just the mere fact that you're knocking over an adult store.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That would be an odd one for sure.
Really, for real.
Okay, so I found a funny one. I put in military because I started hearing about Ryan's brother, and I actually want to talk about it on military broadcast radio. But I did find one that was funny, and it's not about him. So this is an inbound message. And this is on 1/26. Oh, that's my birthday. 2022. And it's on page 240 of the original document and 1096 of the edited document. So it's an inbound message, and it says, "Darling gypsy girl, thought you wasn't into politics, LOL. But that sure is swear word good. Take the 7th day with the interns, ha ha ha. And girl, do believe it all come true until you're elected president of the United States or of US. If that ever happens, want to be Secretary of Defense. The military boys are my eye candy. When visit my son on the Air Force base, he tells me to behave, ha ha ha. And my husband tells me to put on my mirror shades so they don't see me scooping them out. Nah, get loud about it. Hey, baby, what's up? LOL. Since I'm older and the moms of a sergeant, they all laugh and play along too. Always a good time. And I'll have to tell you the time we partied with some U.S. Marines coming back from Iraq. Something about a man in dress blues. Woo, hot flash. So that's why I want to be Secretary of Defense when you're prez. Us going to write you some more in another email because it's going to be a long one. You know me."
That's interesting. Also, it's
Yeah.
worth noting that she literally does say the word swear word. Like my mom didn't censor herself. She literally says swear word.
That's funny.
But I mean, saying that Gypsy becomes elected president. Well, I mean, apparently felons can become president now. So
Yeah.
no, that's wild. But you know,
So
I like some military boys. I'll say that.
so what caught my eye in that was first, I'm always comparing Gypsy to Meghan Markle. Okay. And Meghan Markle has presidential aspirations. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay. And I found out they're both Leos. They're only born days apart from each other.
Hey,
That's so
some of my
funny.
favorite people are Leos.
My husband's a Leo.
Okay. And so I also thought, wow, this woman sounds like, I don't want to say the word predator because that's too much, but it's like
If
one
it
of
was
the,
a man's, oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, if a man would have, no,
I know.
if a man would have said something like that, it would have been taken very differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So I don't know. That's just one of the things that I thought about.
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily call her a predator, but I definitely would say there's a lot of double standards between men and women and what they can get away with saying. And
Mhm.
I'm sure that a lot of the Marine boys were fine with it. I'm sure she's right, but some might not be too. So,
Well, and they may be fine with it in the moment, but then when they think about it later on down the
yeah,
road.
I've been there with a lot of things in my life.
Mhm.
Things I just kind of let slide, and then I'm like, whoa, that
Mhm.
actually wasn't cool.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, I also found one on 11722, and it's on page 247 of the original document and 1215 of the edited one, and it is an outbound. So can you read that one, Laura, since you're sitting in front of it?
yeah, I gotcha. Carissa says she likes my style. My style with what? But thank you, thank you. Okay. Which one was it? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been hearing that there are articles circulating around claiming my marriage is over. This is not true, and have gone through our struggles, but are still together, and we'll continue to improve and grow stronger. Girl, I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. You've got to have a tough exterior when you're in the limelight. Play a haters, and I've learned over the years that humans are not really that kind by nature. So thought everyone else would be. Keep this in mind. Men want me, women want to be me. Jealousy, envy, not good character traits. Did you ever find out who's revealing your personal information? Fortunately, quit watching news, pop culture, trends, mainstream a long, long time ago. Just do my own thing. Believe what you tell me, and only that. And even though ask questions now sometimes, you only have to tell me what you want to know or what you want me to know. You know, I'm here for you on any and all issues and decisions that you make. And as a big sister, can only give you my thoughts based on my experiences. As tell my children that are adults now, we're equals. I can tell you what I think, but you have to make the decisions and support you and got your six. I'll stand beside you. I'll stand behind you, but won't get in your way. In Louisiana, wishes you got lots of candy for Halloween and don't take no jive from the Thanksgiving turkey. And I've sent a photograph. My birthday was a surprise party with my oldest boy in the Marine Corps during Iraq and Afghanistan. My St. Jude patient is a suit and tie for the Budweiser distributor on the North Shore. My youngest boy stationed in Florida.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to
Okay,
read any more of those.
my
but-
bad. I was just
No,
trying-
you're
It says
good.
outbound though. There's no way that, and it's also all like messed up.
Yeah, the edited version is all messed up.
Gotcha.
So I'm just working off of that one because it's searchable.
Gotcha. Okay. But anyway, I don't really know what the significance of that.
Oh, well, I
email
just,
was.
yeah, well, I saw jealousy, envy, not good, or wait, play haters. And I've learned over the years that humans are not really that kind by nature. So
True.
thought everyone else would be, keep in mind, men want me, women want to be me, jealousy, character traits.
I mean, that definitely does seem like it fits the theme.
That's so funny.
I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that one's funny. So you have one?
Yeah, let me go back here just a minute. She really thinks she's all that, don't she?
Yeah.
She
yeah.
definitely does. I would say.
Lord alive.
Yeah, her she's got a lot of bravado for sure for somebody that
Hey, I
did
can.
what she did.
I'm saying I can be
Yeah.
arrogant too, but I didn't murder my mom. I'm sitting right
Same.
next to her.
Thank you, Cherokee girl.
Thank you,
That's
Cherokee
very kind
girl.
of you. You don't have to do that.
Okay, so
Um,
this one is May 20th, 2020.
Okay.
And it starts out with one inbound here and then one outbound and then one inbound from Ryan. And you'll see why it came up. And I just thought it was interesting.
Okay.
Inbound. Hey, love, how have you been? Drew a picture with your name. Been working on fonts. You receive a black ink or plain white paper drawing. If not, then never got the last letter or pics back. Someone at the facility said they should either give it to you or send it back. If not, then a write-up needs to be done. That's how it come up in the search. And then we got outbound from Gypsy. I'm feeling frisky. I'll be calling this evening. Perhaps you can tame my inner animal with reading me that email you never read me. My Pop-Tart is so hot. And then outbound from Gypsy, same day, within less than 2 hours of each other. He said he does love me, and no matter who he is seeing, if when I get out of prison, if I want to see him again, then he wants to see me as well to see what could have been. And that's a direct quote. He also stated that he doesn't want to rebuild us because if he goes into another downward spiral and starts getting high again and then hurts me yet again, he doesn't want to build me up only at the risk of it falling apart again. So he feels it's better to not build on relationship that he feels his behavior can be destructive towards.
So who's this about?
This is about Ken, I believe.
Okay. I figured
Yeah.
so, but I wanted to make sure.
He has a past using drugs, and I'm always worried he uses again. He'll use again. I just know if he does start seeing someone else while I'm in here, with him having stated it doesn't feel like he can sustain a relationship right now, I'm done. I'm out. Because at this point, why is she entitled to have a relationship, but I'm not? He wants me to be single for 3 years and would be upset if I was to start seeing someone right now, but somehow I'm not supposed to feel that same way if and when he starts a new relationship. That's unfair. That's just a line that once crossed, there is no coming back from that. The moment another chick comes in, that's when I'm out. I don't feel like I should be put aside on a shelf for when it's convenient for him to want me again. And like an idiot, I let him. Maybe not knowing he is seeing someone, but when it's a phone call or maybe need emotional support from him and all he does is hit ignore all damn day. It's not right and I know it. I just keep hoping he will change back into the person I fell in love with because that's what I'm clinging to. Not him now, but the memory of how he used to be towards me. Of course, that was way back when I was a shiny new toy. But things lose their shine over time, though. I'm sorry if I misread that email or those signals. I feel embarrassed now. LOL. Thank you for that offer. You're a pretty cool friend as well. Have a lovely day. And that was to Ryan.
Oh, that was Ryan?
That was from Gypsy to Ryan about Ken.
That's so weird.
Because right after that, the reply inbound is, Gypsy, please read that email you sent me. His direct quote told you he was planning on seeing other people. He doesn't want you right now. But maybe, if you want to, when you get out in 3 years, might add, then he wants to rekindle what could have been. He put you on a shelf, plain and simple, and you are not shelf worthy. You do what you want, but Gypsy, after everything you have been through, you want to wait on a guy like that? You said that you don't like who he is now, but who he was, well, in 3 years, will he be that man? Are you scared that you won't find anybody else or something? I don't know this guy, but that isn't love, Gypsy. You deserve way better. And while you wait, you could let way better slip through your hands. And I don't mean me either. Trust me, I am wonderful and all, but don't fall in love with me. I'll end up breaking your heart too. Gypsy, you deserve the fairy tale ending. You are that awesome of a person. And I hate to see you waste your time on a maybe, which already broke your heart once. He is used to being in prison using you being in prison as a crutch. And I'm deeply concerned about your logic because as your friend, I care. Yeah, it goes on. Oh, After that, he says, anyway, enough about that. Just know I want you in my world in any capacity. Friend, bellhop, lover boy, toy, private shopper, teacher, pen pal, boyfriend number 2, sugar daddy, sex slave, or comedian. So that's how I knew it was Ryan.
Oh,
So like he was like a quarter right when he said that Ken kind of was just using her being in prison as something like a convenient thing for him, and that he was gonna pop back up once she actually got out.
Yeah, that's hilarious, isn't it? It was true.
Gosh, it's just like, how desperate can you be to be writing a mommy murder in prison?
But it's like
that looks the way that she does, especially the way she was arrested.
Yeah.
And you're throwing yourself at her feet, begging for her attention and begging for her love.
It's pretty gross.
And he still won't shut up about her. It's like, I know lots of people that have been married and divorced, even people that had, really traumatic situations, and they sure as hell don't hop online and talk about their ex 24/7.
Uh-huh.
That's like red flag central to all y'all who were Team Ryan. Do what you want, but I don't get it.
Yeah. It's and the fact that he works with children, like we just saw that a man who is an elementary school teacher got arrested for killing a husband and wife in Arkansas at Devil's Den, which is a place that we love to go to.
Which is not something we're accusing Ryan of.
No. But I'm saying
anybody could be around your children.
But I'm saying a man who is begging a mommy murderer.
Yeah, I understand people who don't want him around their kids because he's begging a mommy murderer for her scraps of attention. Yeah.
I wouldn't want him around my kids. I already had a lot of trauma with my teachers. You can ask my mom.
Yeah.
I had like some of the craziest
experiences,
stories. I mean, my teacher even killed somebody the day like right after my class. Okay. So like a lot of crazy shit. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people need to be vetted a little bit more, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are the most vulnerable of our society, the most precious and innocent, and we are putting them in the hands of people like Ryan, and now this guy who's murdered a husband and wife and was potentially, in my opinion, going to abduct the kids because that was the age range of the kids he was teaching.
So scary.
Yeah, it really is. And anybody who hires Ryan as a teacher or working with children in any capacity should be ashamed of themselves. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe I'll have to come on here and tell some of my teacher stories another day.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it just after today, talking to Rebecca and learning more about Corey's situation, and then, the Devil's Den incident, Ryan, to me, is just looking...
Not great.
Not great at all.
I definitely don't think he would do anything of that sort, but I also don't think that he should marry.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm
never going to say anything like that unless there's substantial proof. But we need to be more vigilant, and it's just not okay for these types of people to be around our children.
Yeah.
So
true. That being said, I'm gonna still listen and maybe interact in the chat, but I gotta go back to work tragically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. Well, I love you. And
have a good day.
I love you too, mommy. Have a good one, Millennial, and have a good one to everyone in chat. I might join you later, but like I said, I gotta go.
Thank you, Carissa, JB, and all the other people. I think Cherokee Girl, you gifted a membership too. Thank you so much. Let me mute that microphone. Okay. Oh. So sorry that took a dark turn, but I was just that struck me when I was listening to that. It's like, dude, stay away from our kids.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to read another one, or do you want me to find one?
Let's see. Well, this one here, we just read the one where she says that none of her write-ups have ever put her in seclusion.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions a trip to the hole in this one. Oh no, she's kind of using it metaphorically. She says, Hi, how are you? You've been on my mind lately, and I have a lot of guilt and regret about the last time we spoke. It was hard for me to see things from a perspective other than my own, and I've now come to understand why you felt you had to remove yourself from my life at the time. I'm writing because I owe you an apology. In the time you were a direct participant in my everyday life, you always encouraged me to do the right things, even if it was not easy. Your influence on me was positive, though at times your constructive criticism was hard to take. It makes me a better person because of it. I was not appreciative of what you were trying to do, and in the final days of our relationship, which I now know was the only positive influence and steer me in the right direction with the situation I was facing, and I'm sorry for being immature. We left at a bad place, and that was my fault. I completely forgive you for how you reacted to unwise decisions that I was making, as well as my lack of accountability. It was unfortunate that our relationship had to take such a blow to get me to see that not all punishments are given with a write-up or a trip to the hole. I thought that one was interesting. She goes on for a long time, but it's just the same thing over and over in different words.
Yeah, she seems to talk the same way to pretty much everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, her patterns are very distinct. They don't change much. Like the names change, the characters change, but she does generally the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Ms. Behaven said she has really polished that therapy talk. 100%. Yeah, she got definitely a lot more therapy than she lets on. And I think all she did was memorize the buzzwords.
Yeah, no, I hate to compare her to Meghan Markle again, but it's like she does the same thing, and it's like, what the heck? You're like projecting what you think.
Yeah, I swear someone could ask Meghan Markle a concrete question like, is there sugar in your jam? And she'll Jordan Peterson it up with like, what even is sugar?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm not disparaging Jordan Peterson, but you know how he has that pattern of talking.
Yes.
It's a meme. He laughs at it himself too. Any concrete question you put towards him, he goes into ethereal of what it is.
Yeah, he does. It's so funny. I actually kind of like him.
Yeah, I like some of his stuff. Some of it I don't, but hey, that's everybody. People feel the same about me. They like some of my stuff and some they don't.
You're right.
The nature of the world, but yeah, it feels like that's a tactic that some people have taken on. Is, instead of answering concrete questions, talk about what the question means.
Yeah, word salad. Yeah. Her and a few other people do that quite often, to where you completely lose track of what's going on.
Right. I was saying that about politicians the other day. I'm like, and I can give examples from both the right and the left from past times. Back in the day, for someone on the right, President Reagan, even if you absolutely hated his ideas, you can understand what he was telling you. On the left, when Hillary Clinton was running for president, even if you absolutely hated what she was saying and thought it was horrible, you could understand the sentence that she was getting out, like what her point was and what she wanted to do, even if you hated it either way. And it feels like these days, on all sides, the politicians have picked up therapy speak and buzzwords.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand, regardless of whether you like the person or not. It's hard for me to often understand what they actually concretely want to do, because it's all buzzwords. And Gypsy Rose and Meghan Markle do the same thing.
Through the lens.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I found one on, let's see, it looks like it's on 1327 of the edited document. And it is 10/18/23. When does I find it? Oh, it's outbound. It says, "Hey, Dad, Can you put some money on my account? This will be the last bit need before get out. Love you. I just thought it was like, okay. And that's in October, and she doesn't get out until December 28th. So I wonder if she asked for any more money after that.
That's so funny. Like, please, mom and dad, send money.
Yeah.
Maybe that was well, let's see. No, the goddess person was still sending her $50 a week right up till December, and when she mentioned her husband.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about the goddess. It's been so long.
Yeah, so that person would have been sending her $50 a week at that time. I wonder what she needed money for.
I have no idea, but it's probably not good. Well, actually, she probably just wanted to watch a movie or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, or a lot of movies. How much money was it again that she needed from Rod?
Well, it didn't say how much
Didn't
money.
say?
Just
Okay.
said, yeah, it just said she needed some, I think, if I
Because the
remember
movies
correctly.
are like $10, I think. And
Yeah.
but knowing Gypsy Rose, she probably watched 10 a day.
It's wild that I did not realize that they had movies on their tablets until I read these emails, because I've been talking to my cousin for 3 years, and she has never once mentioned watching a movie on her tablet.
Yeah. Hey, Lori. Just saw her in the chat. So there was one I saw where she mentioned her tablet. She was like talking about her maturity and stuff like that, and maturing in prison. And she said something along the lines of, "I'm such a teenage girl. My JPay tablet is always in my hand."
I believe that. Okay, let's see. Well, I'll just read through a few of these that are in a row. So this is on the edited document 1341, and we're starting on an outbound message. It's 11/27/23, and the original document is 1083. Hell, thank you for all you have said. That was one of the most sincere emails I have ever read. Yes, many people write to me on my social media, and sometimes I'll have a look at the comments, but other times just don't want to get into the mundane skewables of correcting people who are misinformed about what they read about me online. Figure have a new documentary series airing in January on Lifetime Network. They can watch that for all the latest juicy details of my life. Mainly post things that just think are interesting to me, LOL. But anyways, I'm being released to a wonderful husband who is just the sweetest teddy bear. My dad and stepmom and sister will also be at my release day. The point is, I'm blessed to have my family to be my support. And this is the next one, 11/27/23, outbound. Club, when you get out? Question mark, question mark. Gypsy was wondering if you're going to be in Gypsy was wondering if you're going to be in NYC anytime after you get out. That bottle service is on me, girl. Let's go. Or do you like Or do you like honky tonks? We could get to two-stepping. Either way, the party's on us. Holla! XOXOXOXOXO. Actually, my husband and I are going to be in New York City from January 4th and leave on the 8th. Have to do press and promotion for my new documentary series airing in January on Lifetime Network. They want me on Good Morning America. This is another outbound. Same page. Hi, I'm sorry if I never responded. Unfortunately, my facility stopped snail mail from coming into the prison around 2-ish years ago. Thank you for writing, LOL. That's all gibberish. I can't read that. Okay, then another one on the same page, inbound. You don't have to apologize. By the way, Gobi, I'm sure if you look through your old letters, you'll find one or two from me. They stopped letting mail in. As far as looking like the football player, no, can't say that I ever got that, but I'll take it. Usually the comparison is that I look like Jack Black when he has his beard. Well, he's a very funny guy. I'm not sold that being told you look like him is much of a compliment.
Oh my God.
LOL. So, after your release, are you heading back to Louisiana to be with your family? Is DOC allowing you to leave Missouri? Do you have a solid plan in place to get your life going? I'll shut up now. Just want you to know that somebody cares. Sincerely. Now, this is the one. Okay, so 11/27/2023, page 1084 on the original document, 1341 on the edited one. Trisha Paytas. It's just Trisha podcast. Dear Gypsy, hope you know how dearly loved you are by the outside world and how excited we all are for you to finally get out and enjoy your freedom. With that being said, you are a pop culture icon, and there is a special somebody named Trisha Paytas who you may or may not have watched on YouTube prior to your incarceration. She is the queen of YouTube, and with a new smash hit podcast, and invites you to be on one of her and invites you to be one of her first guests to talk about whatever it is you want to, whether it's your newfound freedom, life after prison, your husband, hobbies, prison stories, etc. It's up to you whether you want to or not to. And we as an audience understand if you decline, but we think it would be great publicity for you for your upcoming documentary, as Mrs. Paytas has over 5 million followers. You only have 1 month left until you reach your freedom, and we're all rooting for you and have been rooting for you for years. We are so proud of you for sticking through with this sentence and standing strong. You have earned your freedom, and it's finally time to take your life back and enjoy it to its fullest potential. Look up on YouTube if you're allowed access. It's Just Trish Podcast, and give me a message back if it's something you would be interested in, and we'll relay the info to Miss Paytas via social media, and her people will be in contact to set something up with you. Sincerely.
Yeah, I saw that. I was so disappointed because Trisha Paytas said some things about Gypsy that were kind of shading her after she got out. So I hoped that she had always disliked Gypsy, but apparently she did try to get her on. Gypsy turned it.
Yeah. Like I've said, MBR has tried to get me to reach out to Gypsy so many times, and I've just been like, no, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no desire to talk to Gypsy or any of them.
I don't either, but sometimes I feel bad, and I'm like, well, should I?
Not me. There's no question.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I got a manager that wants me to do it. So,
Gotcha. Yeah.
okay, so this is that's an inbound. Do you have any other ones you want to read?
There's one here where she's talking about game in the phone system again. This is April 7th, 2021. She says, yeah, if there is another service besides Google that can provide you with an American number, then I can call you. It sucks that I can't call international numbers from here. In July of 2019, the prison limited our phone time to 15 minutes once every hour. It used to be there was no limit. I just got a write-up yesterday for using another girl's 15-minute call in addition to my own 15 minutes. However, since in-person visits has been suspended since March of last year, on Mondays, 2 free 10-minute calls are added to our account, and it can be used consecutive, meaning talk the first 10, then the other 10, and then the 15 minutes. So total talk time 35. Between certain times, we have unlimited access to the phone, so could call at a time that works best for you. I think this is Italian guy she's trying to talk to there.
Yeah, I want to know more about that guy that's supposed to be in Game of Thrones. I think I ran across one of his emails.
I think that might be him. I can't remember.
Yeah. I'd like to know more about him and who he is.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I haven't been doing any research into it, but I'd like to know.
Oh, here's another one I found interesting. Let me go to the original page real quick, just to make sure. Because you know how sometimes the AI one gets wonky. 812. Just a moment here. This one is in regards, you know how her story about the Barbies are always changing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one So regard to the Barbies. Almost there. Okay, so this is outbound from Gypsy on April 7th, 2021. So I give mad props to Mattel for making the dolls more diverse now. When I was young, the dolls were very sexualized, and I now see that it is more diverse for equality, such as race and certain disabilities. I saw one doll has vitiglio, which is when someone has patches of no pigment on their skin. I love how the new dolls look these days. I would let my daughter at any age play with these. I wish I was 10 again, LOL. So what's weird to me out there is, so first she said Dee Dee wouldn't let her play with Barbies. And that was part of her abuse because the Barbies she might see the sexualized parts.
Yeah.
Then she said, well, no, she did let me, but not until I was like 9.
Mm-hmm.
In other places, she said different. Now here she says, when I was young, the dolls were very sexualized, but I would let my daughter at any age play with these. It sounds like she is agreeing with her story that Dee Dee said that the dolls were too sexual for a child to play with.
Yeah.
It sounds like she thinks the same.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, huh?
Yep. And then inbound, the person who she was writing replied, and the reply is a little creepy. Oh, maybe not, but it says, that's absolutely hilarious. I now have an image of you and your daughter, both Leos, I might add, fussing at the store over which Barbie doll daddy should buy for their collection. And it's undeniably adorable thinking about you two playing in a Barbie dream house together on the floor. Was that a dream house picture I sent? A Malibu dream house? Can you imagine it, my gorgeous Snuggles? And maybe that's Ryan there. Didn't he call her Snuggles? Okay. So the only reason that is creepy to me is because of Gypsy's child stuff and her dolls role play and stuff. If a normal person said that, I would thinking about you and your child playing Barbies on the floor together. No problem. Like that's wholesome. But just because of the nature of who these people are, it always hits me as creepy.
Yeah, you can't even escape it either because it's so prominent in everything that she talks about.
Yeah.
I mean, like she sexualizes almost every situation.
Yeah.
And just never seen anything like it before.
It is strange. Let me see if there's another one here. Just a minute.
So I found some from Ryan, I think, where he's telling her that she's wrong, and I don't know if we've gone over any of this stuff or not before.
Cool, let's hear it.
Okay, so 11/4/2022, inbound message on page 949 of the original document. You are wrong, all in capital letters. If you feel it when I'm there and in sorry. Okay. You are wrong. If you feel it when I'm there and then it is there, period. You are wrong, Gypsy. All in capital letters. This is inbound. Sorry, but we are married. We are married, Gypsy. You do not get to decide this stupid shit because you are impulsive and get it in your head that you are better off without. Can't be everything to you one week, then nothing the next. That's BS. Your legal name now is Gypsy Rose Anderson. Just last week, you wanted to change it to Rose Anderson. Now you start to socialize on JPay and think that you want to just date around now? Well, sweetie, that's BS because you have that passion llama. Okay.
So you are wrong. What time period was that around?
So it's 11/4/2022.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was wondering if it was earlier that year, but yeah, it's so hilarious. Yeah, every time she breaks up with him, he goes into this straight denial, and his pattern there is showing too because he's like, no, you have my last name. He did that with the baby. Well, the baby has my last name, so I have rights. when everyone knew that it's just due to Gypsy's hoe and technicality and Louisiana law that it had his last name.
Thank you, Cherokee girl. You don't have to do that.
Cherokee girl, so sweet.
Yes, she is. Okay, so I've got another one. 11/4/2022 inbound. Why, all capital, why would you marry me if I was so effing unattractive to you? How can you do that to someone, especially me? If I am so amazing and wonderful and you love me with all of your heart, then you would be with me. The physical stuff will be there, Gypsy. That's the easy part. We have the important things, the love, the connection, the laughter. It's effing there in a, yeah, that's gibberish. Okay. And then this is an outbound 11/4/2022. Will do my best, have no control over anything the directors want to do. They don't answer to me. Everything is controlled by the network. All can do is explain what's going on and ask them to out of it altogether. This isn't easy in any way. No one expected this. My fear is just when we started to heal, the documentary will air and it throws salt in the wound, which was never my intent.
That one's to Ryan's mom. Ryan's mom had just asked Gypsy to please do him the kindness, if she's getting an annulment, to not let Lifetime make him look like those Southern dumb country boys in Life After Lockup.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep. So I've got a few more from Ryan here. And this one I'm confused about. Maybe you'll know what she's talking about, or he's talking about, or someone in the chat.
Okay.
This is inbound to Gypsy, March 3rd, 2021. Okay, gorgeous. Bluebird is active. I don't know if I like being compared to Wolf in the 10th Kingdom. I'm just persistent on things that I want because I'm a fighter. That is a great quality, actually. And maybe I have just found something that is worth fighting for, Gypsy. Something really special. Do you know what Wolf in the 10th Kingdom refers to?
No. Let me look.
Me neither.
Huh. That's interesting. I noticed she's still going on about the Bluebird. She hasn't said anything online, though, that I can remember about the cage Bluebird or anything like that.
I think Melissa Moore probably told her that she'd sound like she was trying to do a Maya Angelou ripoff. I know what.
Is it Wolf 10th Kingdom? Is that what you said?
Wolf in the 10th Kingdom. Ryan doesn't like being compared to Wolf in the 10th Kingdom.
Okay.
Also, here's an inbound from Ryan. I want you to know something. Whenever I'm having trouble at work or dealing with a problem, all I have to think about is you to cheer me up, gorgeous cuddle muffin.
Okay, so I just found a Wolf 10th Kingdom wiki fandom, if it'll come up. My phone. Okay, there it goes. I brought it up on my phone. Okay, Wolf 10th Kingdom wiki. So let's see. Wolf is the name of a half-wolf, half-human who is engaged to Virginia Lewis and is portrayed by Scott Cohen. So these, according to the official, what?
Ali in the comments says, I think it's one of those FM audiobooks on BDSM wolf fetish fantasy.
Yeah, so it says, according to the official character biographies from DVD extras, Wolf is a descendant of both Little Red Riding Hood and one of the original 5 women who changed history and queen of the Second Kingdom, as well as the Big Bad Wolf. Not much is known about Wolf's... sorry, hold on.
Jeanette Schneider in the comments, I'm worried about the same thing. After her emails, yeah.
Good gravy. That's so gross. Okay, While imprisoned in the Snow White Memorial Prison in the Fourth Kingdom for sheep worrying, Wolf met the evil queen after she was released by Relish the Troll King. Prince Wendell, recently transformed into a dog, escaped the queen, who was anxious to get him back. The queen offers Wolf a deal: his freedom from prison in exchange for his will and service to her. Task: find and return the prince. Okay, so yeah, it's just one of those role-playing things.
Which seems to be her thing.
Dude, she is such a liar, saying that Nick was the one scripting all this stuff and teaching her this stuff. Liar,
Yep.
liar, pants on fire.
Here's an interesting one inbound from Ryan on sorry, I just lost my place. Okay, it's inbound from Ryan on February 27th, 2021. And the reason why it's interesting is because for a long time, we all thought that the only issue between her and Ryan was Kian, and we know way different now.
Mm-hmm.
So this one here says, so effing sorry that I'm not physically attractive enough for you, Gypsy. Go to Italy. You would rather be in a relationship with him over me? You would rather be with a guy who has a fiance, lives an ocean away, and can barely speak English? Well, the reality is then you don't want me, period, but you keep me around for the attention. Well, fuck that shit. You don't love me, and I deserve way better than this. All I've ever done is love you, but that isn't enough for you. Inbound same day. Why would you email me something like that? Why? Just to fuck with me? Is that all I am to you? A fucking game to entertain you? Just someone to help you while you constantly search for a better guy? WTF.
People are so funny. Like, funny in, like, how sad.
Right. And then those went out on, like I said, February 27th, 2021. Oh, never mind. I found an inbound apology from Ryan. I thought it was after that, but it was before that. Before that, he was apologizing for something. Sorry about tonight. I was wrong. Forgive me, gorgeous. Stay, gorgeous. Stay, my gorgeous. That was the day before he sent the fuck that shit. I'm not enough for you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Angela. In the comments.
Good.
Yeah, Riley Church in the comments said, I'm honestly so thrown as to why she married him. Honestly, I think it was really just about the address. And it seems like from the emails that she kind of pushed him into being a teacher instead of working at the hospital. I suspect she knew that she needed someone who looked good to parole. Although I don't know that it actually helped her because they still kept her as long as they could, I believe, to the 85% max, right?
Yeah,
Or
they
I
did.
think someone said they could have kept her just a few months longer, but they probably didn't want to spend the state's money anymore. They were just letting her go anyway.
Yeah, I guess if she is a first offender, they can't keep her very long after that 85%. But they do keep the ones who've had, I guess, a record or something as long as they want. So yeah, it's all subjective and whatever happens in the courtroom that day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, or the parole board hearing or whatever. Oh, makes me lose hope sometimes.
I see like 3 emails inbound from Ryan on the same page that are all different apologies. And I thought he was apologizing for the same thing at the same time, but they're all different months from each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're constantly just fighting and apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Yeah.
says, this one's inbound from Ryan on February 26, 2021. I know that we have a complicated relationship, but I also know that we have something really special between us. I really do cherish you, and I would give anything to hold you in my arms. I've been in love with you since the first moment I heard your beautiful voice. Maybe we are supposed to be together, and that is why we always come back to each other. I don't know what the future holds, but whatever it has in store, I just know that I want you in my life.
Okay. I actually I have to help a Korean War veteran do his podcast today. So
Gotcha.
we have like maybe 15-20 minutes and then I'm going to have to get off.
Cool.
Because our president or manager, president, whatever he is, at MBR is dealing with some. He's trying to get his Purple Heart, actually. So we're really excited about that. He's been waiting for it for a long time, and so yeah, I'm taking over for him for a little bit.
Cool. That's great.
Sorry.
Did you have any more in particular you wanted to read?
No, I mean, I'm not really I got kind of waylaid with Rebecca's conversation and kind of quit looking at the emails after that, and yeah.
No worries.
So, I mean, if you have anything else you want to bring up, you're more than welcome to. I just figured we'd get on and talk a little bit, and you know.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, here's an inbound that's weird. Hold on. This is 11/5/2022. How come you be smitten with me in person then? WTF, wake up and realize what you are doing to us. For what? Sex? Which will knock your effing socks off, by the way. Still a dynamo. And no, you feel it in person. So what WTF? You are destroying us. A beautiful, healthy, one of a kind connection and relationship because don't take good pictures. Let me tell you something. We'll effing lose weight and get better looking, but selfish and shallow never leave. And hater than that. And then that's a jumbled up word.
That's all he does is like just beg her to stay.
Yeah. How
Beg,
the
like,
hell?
stay,
How is
love me.
it? How is it a beautiful, healthy relationship?
Yep.
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Here's one inbound from Ryan. It says, I'm sorry you had a bad day on Sunday, but you really need to realize something, Gypsy. I am not blank. I am not blank. My name is blank, Ryan Anderson. And just because things went bad with them doesn't mean things would go bad with us. We have something really special between us, Gypsy, and you know it, and I know it. Protecting me and my feelings has never been something that I've asked you to do. I know the risks, but I'm not afraid either. You are really wonderful. You are my gorgeous. I'm not asking for anything from you, except maybe to not push me away. Now, again, that's a pattern because people started saying, Ryan, we don't feel freaking sorry for you to him in his comments in his live. He's like, I've never asked y'all to, even though he sat there after that one episode of Life After Lockup and got on live. And he's like, did it touch your heart when I cried? Did it touch y'all's hearts? I think that's asking people for sympathy by implication there. What do you think?
Yeah, that's so weird. Ooh,
Yep.
you gotta be really cringy to be doing it. Well, he is super cringy.
Yeah.
Here's one. I think this is for mine. It's 11/5/2022. Just delete me. Just delete me again. Destroy me. Demolish me. Devastate me like you always do. You don't effing love me and don't know why I keep fighting for you. You are my everything and thought was yours. But you have made it abundantly clear that you don't want me. Maybe you never did. Maybe you faked it in person too. I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing must, and then it's all gibberish.
Interesting. Oh, man.
And then I think some of these are from Ryan's mom or to Ryan's mom. Here's one, 11/5/2022. Please no, talked and asked her to remove your part or show as less as possible to make it easier for us to move on. She said we'll do some arrangements, but you will be shown as the beautiful soul you are. A recording will be made with the update. Love you and want you to listen to this song. It's called Bigger Than the Whole Sky by Taylor Swift. Please find peace with this. I'm going to be as respectful as can and give you time to cope. We'll figure out the details of what to do about a divorce, and then we can begin to heal. Hope one day we find ourselves being friends. You are a pure soul, and know I'm tearing myself apart with guilt. Feel pain in this. If you need any closure, I'll give. Wow.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting on that, how whenever the mom asked her, please uh, allow Ryan dignity in the show, her response was, I'll just have them take him out as much as possible. And I think that would have limited the money he made.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like her response to that request is, I'll just take it away.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. She's that vindictive. She holds grudges. She holds things against people all the time.
Yeah,
And that's why I find it so ironic that she's throwing out Bible verses about forgiveness.
definitely. Yeah. She uses whatever religion is popular with herself at the moment to try and manipulate what she needs. She wants people to forgive her right now and stop calling her out. So she's throwing out those Bible verses. Well, in prison, whenever she wanted Ryan or other men to do things and she was claiming to be Wiccan at the time, it was always, but I pulled the cards and it says this, or I had a spiritual dream and it says this. So she would try and manipulate the same way. It's the same, like I was talking about earlier with her patterns. The names change, the characters change, the surroundings change, but her pattern stays the same.
Yeah.
You can even switch up religions and keep doing the same pattern with them.
No, yeah, I agree. She's yeah.
Cherokee Girl says she uses Chat GPT to sound religious or smart, and I agree. But another funny thing I noticed is Gypsy told someone the other day, I saw the screenshot, someone who was trying to troll her on her art page about the art and say that someone else had the name already. And she was like, no, I checked Chat GBT and it said it was a free name. She keeps doing that over and over, Chat GBT, B as in boy. And people keep correcting her, and it's like with the spelling of ain't, she spells it as ant. And she's done that since prison, and she's been corrected a million times. But there's little things like that continue with her patterns. Like she doesn't have the ability or care to learn the thing that's embedded in her for whatever reason. And it's small things like random spelling and stuff. Cherokee Girl, you ain't kidding.
So I found a weird message. This is inbound, and it only caught my attention because there's so many references to history. 11/15/2022. Letter 2, continue from letter 1. So I'm not sure where that one is. But my number one passion is history. And I've started building up a collection of ancient coins and historical relics. Some of my pieces include authentic deck wood from the authentic deck wood and coal from the Titanic, a Woodstock ticket, pieces of fabric once worn by Kurt Cobain and Mary Todd Lincoln, respectively, a campaign sticker that was hanging in the hall where RFK was assassinated, an unpublished family photo of JFK, Jackie, and the kids, a ticket to the 1893 World Exposition, a 1300-year-old English archer's ring, and so much more. One of my other dreams is to one day open an antique store where I can both exhibit and sell pieces. I am so pleased to hear within reach of your release date. It will be here before you know it. I love the idea of your family getting a cabin for you when you get out. That would be an ideal place to decompress and just relax and adjust. So, and it keeps going, but I just saw those historical things.
You know what my thought is?
What?
I bet that person was the first person to buy a piece of her art.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Ooh.
Because they collect things having to do with killings, tragedies, and they're writing to Gypsy Rose. So, yeah, people like that were probably right up first in line to buy that blow dry art.
Yeah. I wouldn't hang it on my wall.
Yeah, it's a craft. Like I would hang it on my wall if a child I cared about did it. That's about it.
Yeah, totally.
I wouldn't pay for it.
Okay, Millennial. I think we need to get off of here because I gotta go get ready.
Cool.
I gotta
Well,
help.
thank you for inviting me on as always.
Yes, you are welcome. And thank you for being a great hostess and for having fun with me this week. And I just thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thanks everyone in the chat for being here, y'all.
Yes, thank you everyone. And I hope that you have an extremely blessed day and that you go out and do something great to change the world for the better. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.